a heartfelt namaste. I, Anuradha, would like to thank all of you for liking our Spotify and our YouTube channels and writing in your comments and suggestions there. Today, we are going to talk about Lagna Nakshatras. But before that, Lagna. Lagna is said to be the most important point in our chart. Why so? That defines the entire chart. The houses, the planets, all are uh, defined with Lagna as a reference. The second lord, the fifth lord. How does it come from? It comes from the Lagna. The Lagna is the reason why yogas fructify or they do not give very good results. If the Lagna is strong, if the Lagna lord is strong, and according to me, if the Lagna Nakshatra lord is also strong, one gets beautiful results. All the yogas, including the wealth yogas, can be and should be seen from the Lagna. So the Lagna is important. Now, when we talk about a particular Lagna, what we mean is a particular sign also. Every sign will have three different nakshatras. So does that Lagna starting from any of the sign have the same, is any of the nakshatra give the same result? No. If the nakshatra changes, say supposing Aries, I have always mentioned this in various videos. So let's just take up, say, probably Cancer. Cancer will have three nakshatras: Punarvasu, Aslesha, and Pushya. When the Lagna is from Punarvasu, then the personality is governed by Jupiter. On the other hand, by Pushya, the personality is much more Saturn dominated, and Astrasha will have the business personality as projected by Mercury. So the persons born in a same sign but with different nakshatras will project different personalities. Here, the subtle form is the nakshatra. So we really do need to understand what the Lagna nakshatra is to see what kind of karmas we have come to to finish in this lifetime, and where does life guide us? Where do we move in our life? Which area of life becomes more important for us? And that would depend upon the placement of the Lagna nakshatra lord. In our case, it would here for the Cancer, it would depend on where Jupiter is placed, or where Saturn is placed, or where the Lord Mercury is placed, as per the Vimshotri Dasha schemes, because most of us always confer to the Vimshotri Dasha. Other Dashas like Yogini will have a different implication, but for now, we are talking about the Vimshotri Dasha scheme. Now, when we are talking about these nakshatras, so the water signs will have the same nakshatras, say Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury. So do they portray, the nakshatras portray the same thing? No, they do not, because here the nakshatras are different. When they are different, they may be having a similar background, or they might be having a similar base to work on. But as the nakshatras are different, their diversity will also be seen in the Lagna. We will be doing this in 3 segments so that you do not lose interest over the long period of time that is going to be done when we do each of these nakshatras in deep analysis. We have, as per the Vimshotri Dasha scheme, we have 27 nakshatras, and we have 9 planets governing these 27 nakshatras. Ketu rules over Ashwini, Magha, and Mula, and Bharani rules over, Venus rules over Bharani, Purva Falguni, and Purvashada. Similarly, Sun gets the lordship of Kritika, Uttar Falguni, and Uttarashada, while Moon has the lordship of Rohini, Hasta, and Shravana. Mars, on the other hand, rules over Mriksira, Chitra, and Dhanishta. Rahu shows its influence majorly on Adra, Swati, and Sadbhish, whereas Jupiter is dominant for Punarvasu, Vishakha, and Purvabhadra. Saturn is most comfortable in Pushya, Anuradha, and Uttarbhadra, and its Lagna Nakshatras, if somebody has their Lagna Nakshatras in these nakshatra, then one would show great characteristics of Saturn. Mercury shows great dominance over Ashlesha, Jyeshtha, and Revati. Now let us see what each planet will have to show us. Ketu gives us Paravidya. What does Paravidya mean? It means an instinctive knowledge also. It means knowledge of the divine. Every knowledge is divine, and every knowledge that we seek internally leads us to divinity. But do the three nakshatras of Ketu, Ashwini, Magha, and Mula, depict the same kind of knowledge that we've come to acquire and to find our livelihood in through these nakshatras work. Again, I repeat, Lagna is the body, and Lagna nakshatra talks about how the body would function. That means, what are we going to do? What are we going to learn to live our livelihood out also? How are we going to live our lives out also? The placement of Ketu will be very important for people who have their Lagna nakshatras in Ashwini, Magha, and Mula, because we all work through our body. Yes, the mind functions, and the mind gives us a lot of suggestions to work, and so the mind and the body is very important. Hence, the coordination between, say, Moon and Ketu will be very strong. If it is strong, the person is able to do a great deal of work and do synchronized method of work. When we talk about Ketu, Ashwini, Magha, and Mula, are they of the same level? Well, let us see. If somebody has their Lagna Nakshatra in Lagna in Ashwini Nakshatra, in that case, such a person works swiftly. Such a person has the ability to learn things which is different from others, or do things which are different from others by through their learning process. In the process, they earn name and fame. One thing that these people should always be looking out for is they do things in short doses, and they should renew things after a period of time. That will help them. Now, when people have Magha as their nakshatra lord, in such a case, Lagna nakshatra lord, these people are good at taking up responsibilities. These people want to learn things that will help them, help their families, and create a name in the family, in the society. Sometimes we might find that because people may have a lot of planet in the inner half, invisible half, or people may not have the aptitude of being extremely friendly to others, or have a care or concern too much about the society. But these people will be responsible, and these people will show the responsibility about a certain segment um, they're very attached to, be it their family, be it a small society, be it a small group of people. But once they have come to a certain level, they will show in their love and affection there. And apart from that, they will also be doing things, learning new methods, so that to put themselves and that particular section on a good platform. When we talk about Mula, I've always maintained that Mula is a very strong nakshatra. But if your Lagna nakshatra is Mula, then you have the ability to go to the base of any knowledge that you want to acquire. Anything that you want to do has to be done very thoroughly, in depth, so that you're able to make a good living and a conscious living at that from it. You want to do things in a very systematic manner, such that you are able to prosper also. Only when you are able to do things in a concentrated, deep-rooted manner do you go high up in life. So this is about the Ketu nakshatras. Now, when we take up the Venus nakshatras, again, the Venus nakshatras are there in the Aries sign, they're there in the Leo sign, and in the fiery sign of Sagittarius. Does it behave the same way? No, it does not, because the nakshatra changes. Nakshatra here becomes either Bharani, Purva Falguni, or Purva Shada, respectively. So when the nakshatra is Bharani, I have always seen when your Lagna nakshatra is Bharani, given the placement of Venus, because is also the Devya Guru, it also talks about prosperity in your life. It talks about wealth accumulation along with knowledge. So these people I see are very quiet in their wealth accumulation. These people work very hard, but they do not let others know about it. Venus is the ruler of the sign of Libra, the sign of justice. So these people are also always talking about justice, and they would be doing things compassionately, yet things that would give justice to their life. And they would also be earning good money, but they will also go through traumatic periods in their life. So this also talks about the reason why we have come. So there has to be a past life connect with our lagna also. And Bharani Nakshatra will definitely show some past trauma accompanying a person. When we talk about Purva Falguni being our lagna nakshatra, in such a case, yes, apart from the position of Venus that we need to see, we also can tell that the person will have good skills, and these skills will put a person on a platform. Don't forget, Venus also represents skills. So with Purva Falguni giving you an opportunity to become famous, you will have those skills that make you famous. Bharani Nakshatra people will be good, they will be known, but the skill part is something very specific to Purva Falguni. So we see how we can differentiate between the Janma Nakshatras also, even though the Nakshatra Lord, Vimshotri Nakshatra Lord is the same. When we are coming to Purvashada, then these people would know how to help the downtrodden. These people would know how to take care of others. These people would also understand what healing is all about, and healing by knowing the truth. So these people make good lawyers. They could be moving in a direction of identifying themselves with certain organizations which have a strong connection with truth. Lagna Nakshatra becomes very strong if the person is, if the placement of the planet, say Venus in this case, is also very conducive. And if the Lord of the Nakshatra and the moon are in trine or square with each other, because in that case they are able to sustain each other, or they're able to give each other a push. In that case, the person would be thinking in consensus with what the person is supposed to do. Life will give you a greater push to go ahead. If we take up the sun nakshatras, the sun nakshatras are Kritika, Uttarashada, and Uttar Falguni. Now, this is a transit between two signs. Nevertheless, their sun stands for principles in our life. It talks about being correct, spiritually guided. So these people who have their nakshatras, ascendant nakshatras as Kritika, Uttarashada, or for that matter, Uttara Falguni, are always inclined to do things which are which are correct, which are fundamentally on the path of truth, and they would not shy from moving out of a place where the right path is not chosen. Particularly in Kritika, these people act on a very individual basis. So these people are always very conscious of what is correct, what is not correct, and in any given situation, if they find that something is just not working according to their principles, they decide to move out without making any hue or cry about it. Neither do they go ahead and justify themselves. Again, depending on the placement of sun, whether they will be able to accomplish it openly, or they will do it without letting others know even the cause of their doing so. When we are talking about Kritika, one thing that these people should also understand, that it should not come from a place of self-denial. It should come from a place of being righteous. That is more important. Self-denial does not help anybody, and it will not help you on the long run. You're not being fair to yourself. When we talk about Uttar Falguni, sun is also principle based, but it is more to do with the principles of people around you, not on a very huge level, but on about people around you. In fact, the difference between Uttar Falguni, Uttarashada, and Kritika is more on the principles that are mine, the way I project my principles. Uttar Falguni is more on the principles that are correct in society at large, and if not society, then the family or in the organization that I am working with at large. And when we talk about Uttarashar, the principles that sun or the placement of the sun will tell you where how it's going to work out is more related to the natural principles or the natural laws that one should follow in life. One should be, when we talk about Uttar Falguni, one should follow the dictums in the society that one is born in, or one should be going according to the laws, rules set by the family that person is in, and probably take on the mantle of being the sole working owner, responsible person for the family, for the small society that you're working with. On the other hand, when we talk about Uttarashada, in the Uttarashada Nakshatra, such people are great with the they make great personalities, because when they are working, they work with the cause of the entire nation, entire state in mind. They can be very self-sacrificing, they can be very strong in their mindset, and they can go ahead and do things. Their bravery, etc., is unparalleled. When we talk about the Lagna, we need to understand that the Lagna will have its aspects. The Lagna will have its conjunctions. In the nakshatra itself, there can be many and there can be a planet sitting there. So all of these things will modify. The Lagna denotes our attachment to this planet Earth. And we come on Earth only to fulfill certain karmas of the past that has not been completed. We come on Earth because there are certain past life issues that need to be resolved. So the Lagna Nakshatra could be a good guide to tell us what we need to do such that the karmas will be done and over with. So let us take up the Lagna Nakshatra charts of Venus and of Sun. So when we're talking about the Lagna Nakshatra of Venus, the first chart that came into my mind was that of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was the one who was, again, he was a guru in all senses of the word. And we see that here his Lagna Nakshatra is Purva Ashada, which talks about a continuous work and continuous spread of knowledge. We also see that his Venus is placed in the second house. So the need of, or the call of the day that he felt was very important was the placement of Venus in the second house, spreading the knowledge through word of mouth. His books have also been a source of knowledge for us, but the many recordings that he has left behind as a legacy that continue to inspire people and inspire people in finding the truth about themselves and the divine knowledge also. So Purva Ashada is the one that talks to us about doing continuous work, helping others find the knowledge, but finding it as a source within you first. We can take up the case of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. In Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's case, we see that his Lagna Nakshatra is Kritika. Okay, and Kritika, as we talked about, is the sun. The sun is Digbali in the 10th house with Rahu and retrograde Mercury. It's a very strong combination because we have to understand all the influences that is happening on the Lagna Nakshatra. We also see Saturn aspecting sun while Jupiter aspecting the Lagna in this chart. A very beautiful combination, to say the least, because sun, as it is Digbali, gives him a very firm ideology. It makes him very firm in his thought process. When Jupiter is aspecting the Lagna, it also makes him a very wise person. With Saturn aspecting Sun, he becomes a dedicated worker. With Rahu being with Sun, it gives him an ideology which is different from others. And yet he stands tall on his ideology. Mercury retrograde gives him the thinking power. So if we look at his lifestyle, we see that he was very adamant on what he had thought. He knew, or rather, what he thought was correct. He worked on that. He let go of the Indian National Congress when he thought that his ideologies were clashing with the INC. And then he formed his own party. So we can see how the Sun Nakshatra of Kritika is giving him a very strong idealistic system and the conviction to do things in his own way and live up to his own principles. We can also take up the case of Roosevelt, President Roosevelt. We know that he's also a very well-known person for his work in during the famine and during the World War II. We see that his Lagna Nakshatra again is that of Sun. So how does this Sun Lagna Nakshatra differ from the Lagna Nakshatra of Sun in the case of Subhash Chandra Bose? Here we see that the Lagna Nakshatra is Uttar Ashada. Uttar Ashada, as I told you, it's all about caring about people. It's all about doing things for people, doing what is right and what is wrong. Just so that people know, he was reluctant in getting the atom bomb made, but it was through pressure and realization that if the atom bomb did not come into existence, there would be a greater misery at that point of time in the world. So he agreed to that. And then this was a different world altogether. Again, he would always want to solve things by a method that did not involve war, did not involve much of bloodshed, because here he did what was correct. Sun here is in the fifth house with Venus, which is the second and ninth lord. And it is also being aspected by Saturn, again making him physically do things by wise counsel, because ninth house represents the counsel that we take. Second house talks about our own principles. Here he would do things, he would principally evaluate, because the Sun, as the Lagna Nakshatra lord of Uttar Ashada, Uttar Falguni, gives him the ability to assess things, made more strong by the presence of ninth lord and the Dev Guru Venus, to assess what is right, what is not. So that is also one of the reasons why we see that he's known as one of the three best presidents of USA. We need to understand that we are born, again, I repeat, we are born with a certain reason, and that reason is karma that is pending to others. And moreover, his ascendant is in the sixth house of the natural zodiac, which very much talks about our pending karma towards others. So here it becomes quite clear that his life was that of service, albeit on his own principles, his principles governed by the cause of what is right, which is wrong. So we see a lot of pending karma, a past life, debt to others, that can be seen here. We'll continue on this series with the other nakshatra lords, with the other planets from Moon, Mars, Rahu, and then the last series with Punarvasu, with Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury. Do stay tuned with us. Check it out in the charts of people you know, your own chart. Do let us know how you found this. Till we meet with you again, stay safe. Thank you.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.